Namaste everyone and welcome back to our channel. So many of us spend years in meditation, prayer, chanting and trying every possible spiritual practice. Yet the deep, unshakable peace we long for still seems out of reach. We close our eyes, we sit in silence, we try to empty the mind, but inside the restlessness remains. Swami Vivekananda once met a sincere young seeker who was going through exactly this struggle. The young man had tried everything: worship, meditation, even attempts to silence his thoughts, yet peace did not come. What Swamiji told him that day is not just advice, it's a truth that can completely transform how we understand spirituality. It shows us that real peace is not about running away from the world, but about embracing it with love. It is not found by closing the door and shutting our eyes, but by opening our hearts and serving those around us. Let me share with you this powerful conversation, a timeless teaching from Swamiji that every spiritual seeker should hear. If you want peace of mind, you have to serve others in this way as best as you can. Swami Vivekananda. One day, the Swami was talking with a young man who lived at the Bengal Theosophical Society. The latter said, Swamiji, I frequent various sects, but cannot decide what is truth. The Swami replied in a most affectionate way, My boy, you need have no fear. I was also once in the same state. Tell me, what people of different faiths have instructed you and how you followed their injunctions? The youth then said that a learned preacher of the Theosophical Society had clearly convinced him of the truth and utility of image worship, and that he had accordingly done puja and japa for a long time with great devotion but could not find peace. Then someone had advised him to try to make the mind void in times of meditation. He had struggled hard to do so, but still the mind did not become calm and controlled. Sir, said the young man, still I sit in meditation, shutting the door of my room and closing my eyes as long as I can. But I cannot find peace of mind. Can you show me the way? My boy, spoke the Swami in a voice full of loving sympathy. If you take my word, you will have first of all to open the door of your room and look around instead of closing your eyes. There are hundreds of poor and helpless people in the neighborhood of your house. Them you have to serve to the best of your ability. One who is ill and has no one to look after him, for him you will have to get medicine and diet and nurse him. One who has nothing to eat, you will have to feed him. One who is ignorant, you will have to teach him, well educated as you are. My advice to you is, if you want peace of mind, you have to serve others in this way as best as you can. But the questioner began to argue. But suppose, sir, if in going to nurse a patient, I myself fall ill through loss of sleep and irregular meals as well as by other irregularities. The Swami replied rather sharply, Why boy, it is quite evident from your words and manners to everyone present here that people like you who are so mindful of their own bodily comforts will never go out of your way
or risk your health to nurse the sick.
And this, dear friends, is the essence of Swami Vivekananda's message. A truth that shines brighter with every step we take on the spiritual path. Too often, we think that spirituality is something that happens in silence, in meditation rooms, in temples, or during hours of prayer. We believe that if we just sit still long enough, close our eyes deeply enough, or chant sincerely enough, peace will descend upon us. But Swamiji reminds us that true spirituality is far greater than that. It is not about closing our eyes to the world, it is about opening them to the suffering, the hunger, and the ignorance around us. It is not about building walls of silence around our own peace. It is about breaking those walls and letting our love flow outward. When we wipe the tears of someone who is suffering, when we offer food to the hungry, when we teach someone who is lost in darkness, we are not just doing good deeds, we are worshipping God Himself. That is the highest form of meditation, that is real sadhana, and in that service, in that selflessness, peace comes quietly, effortlessly, and stays forever. Swami Vivekananda wanted us to understand that religion is not just in books and rituals, it is in action, it is in compassion, it is in the courage to forget ourselves and live for others. Because the moment we stop thinking only about my peace, my comfort, my salvation, and begin to care for the world around us, we become instruments of the divine. So, if you are searching for peace, don't just close your eyes. Open your heart. Step into the world and serve. For in the smile of a person you helped, in the gratitude of a soul you lifted, in the joy of a life you touched, there you will meet God. There you will find peace. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If this message from Swami Vivekananda touched your heart and helped you see the real meaning of peace, I humbly invite you to subscribe to the channel and be a part of this journey. Together, let's spread Swamiji's wisdom, light, and love to more people who are searching for truth. Your one click can inspire someone's life today.